Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto, and today we're going to be taking a deep dive into Zilliqa, and we're going to have a look at what this project's all about from a glance, and we're also going to go into some technical analysis on the Zilliqa of its recent breakout. We're going to go ahead and see what we can see in the charts and the data and see just potentially how far this thing can move in 2021. So Chris, anything else you want to add to that?
No, love this project, Nick. Let's get straight into it.
Fantastic. Right, let's jump on over to the desktop and take a cheeky look at Zilliqa. So Zilliqa at a glance here. Basically, Zilliqa is committed to delivering a scalable and secure platform for developers and enterprises who wish to build decentralized applications, or dApps as they are commonly known. And this whole project, Zilliqa, Chris, has been kind of brought together from academics, right? So the research brought to life, if you will. Zilliqa was born at the National University of Singapore and was basically the brainchild of entrepreneurs and engineers alike, right? And the technology is basically been built by peer-reviewed academic research, which is absolutely fantastic. And if that sounds familiar to anyone, all you have to do is go ahead and look at things like Cardano to understand just how powerful these academics and I guess when you build something from the ground up using peer-reviewed research, you're going to be generating something truly special. And they obviously take practice here in using sharding, which is obviously a concept that I guess Ethereum 2.0 intend to do in the future. It's already been actioned by Zilliqa here, which is fantastic. It means that they can scale so much more efficiently. They're also eco-friendly. They have the ability to dual mine, right? So basically only 1 minute out of every 2 to 3 hours is actually needed to mine ZIL, which means that you can basically mine other cryptocurrencies at the same time, which is fantastic. They've been their mainnet's been live since 2019, and I think they're in the middle of launching their 2.0 as well, which is going to be interesting to see what happens there with their recent upgrades in 2021. It's safe by design smart contract language, which is Scala, which is absolutely fantastic. And it's a Blossom ecosystem, right? So it has 60 project teams from over 20 countries and contributed to the Zilliqa ecosystem. And it's absolutely brilliant. And I think we're starting to realize this in the actual data and the price as it moves, right? So let's take a look at this, right? So this is the Zilliqa chart of the USD, and I've drawn on here several different key levels, Chris, and these are kind of support and resistance levels based on the history. Okay, so we can see that we truly are breaking out in terms of the history. We obviously have quite a way to go, but nonetheless, we are powering ahead. So currently it's 8.9 cents as we record this video, but I think it's still pushing solidly ahead today, Chris. I think we've had 42% gains so far. We were trading within a channel, guys, and people will probably be familiar with this if I go ahead and just draw some trend lines in. We were basically kind of like trading. If I just draw this roughly, and I think it was around, it was about there. We were basically trading within this kind of realm here, right? Touching on that level there. Okay, but we broke out basically, yesterday, really, truly. I guess this kind of counted to a degree. We had the red candle. It was a bit uncertain whether the trend was broken, but on Christmas Day, the 25th of December, it confirmed it broke through. It broke through this resistance level as well at 6.2 cents, and we've powered on ahead. We even broke through the resistance at 8.3 cents. And basically, this thing's now getting some serious traction on it. Now, obviously, this is going to be hopefully flipping into turn into support, and our next level is here at 12.8 cents, right? That's absolutely massive movement up to there, right? So what does that actually look like from a representation point of view? If we just take it from the current position here up to this level, we are talking, an additional 44%. Gains to be made on Zilliqa here, and that basically represents 3.9 cents. Okay, it's a gain moving up to this level. Whether or not we'll have then start seeing a retracement or a new pattern forming, or whether or not it'll blast straight through that level and actually move on up here, and this will basically then show us a 17.3 cent level. Okay, and then after that we really kind of lose traction on on resistance and support levels. The only other one that we might start to consider is this one here, and I'll put one in here for the all-time high level as well, just so you guys can see. But basically, we're edging incredibly close, guys, to that real high level, all-time high level for Zilliqa, right? And pushing, if I just undo that, if I grab the right tool here, and pushing up to that level, we are talking about 158% gain. And then we're in new territory as we enter 2021. I think this thing could literally just set all-time highs pretty consistently, Chris. I'm pretty confident in Zilliqa and its ability to continue moving things forward. So yeah, at the moment, I'm really kind of envisioning that 12 cents. I want to see us conquer that down here. So that's our next level of resistance. We want to turn that. Then we want to be targeting that 17 cents, then the 19 cents, 23 after that, and then straight on up to new price discovery. So Chris, what are your thoughts on Zilliqa? I mean, as a project as a whole, I know you've been in it a lot longer than I have. Obviously, the price movements that we're currently seeing, and do you think this is going to be sustained? Do you think we're going to see, retracements, etc.? What are your thoughts?
Well, like, I just kind of feel that I think it'll slow down in growth, but I think it's still going to grow. There was a long period, so I've been invested in Zil for a long time, and there was a long period of time where it was just price was just not moving, a bit like VeChain, and it's fantastic to see that it's breaking out. And I think the world's Zil's oyster at the minute, to be quite honest with you. The amount of people staking it as well takes a lot of it out of circulation, and yeah, I can kind of just see it growing and growing and growing.
Absolutely, and I've just extended this trend line, guys, because this will be acting as support for a new trend that might be forming, right? So we want to be paying attention to this. What we could expect seeing is, ultimately a bit of a retrace down. Maybe we'll hit this line, maybe we'll continue up, and so forth, right? So we need to be paying attention to all of these various different support lines, resistance lines, trend lines, etc. And I'm just going to let me just move the price here and just remove that arrow there. The other thing to bear in mind is the fib retracement levels as well. So I'm going to grab this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this from this low. Yeah, I'm going to say here is the low. So I'm going to take it from this current high position to this low position here. And if this was as high as it was going to get, where would it retrace down to, and all that kind of good stuff. So looking at it from this point of view, we've got a good strong 7 cent level here as a 50% retracement, which will be really interesting. But beyond that is these extension levels are really good key indicators. Now that's not lining up very well with our support and resistance, so I would imagine that we probably need to adjust this a little bit to get that a little bit more accurate, right? So one of two ways of doing this: I can either move this up to here and expect us to close around 99.9 cents today, maybe that's a little bit optimistic, or I can then grab this and see if I were to move this down to a level that would make more sense. Let me just see if I can grab this. The lowest level I could probably put it to sensibly would be there. Gets me close enough to those that line there, but not to the others. So really interested to see how this plays out. I think maybe we haven't quite seen the top for today. I want to use that as a level there from a breakout point of view. So I want to see how high this thing can close today, what happens tomorrow, and in the next kind of few days to see what kind of candles get printed here on the Zilliqa chart. Really interesting one, because it's not very often you see a project do something like this, right? A complete U shape in a relatively short space of time. I mean, I'm talking like 2018, etc. But there's been, very low sideways action. We've had quite a few peaks and troughs along this route, right? So really interesting to see how this recent breakout fares for Zilliqa. It's got good momentum at the moment. The other thing to point out here is obviously the MACD lines are very positive on the daily. The RSI is showing good trend for the buying patterns. Now I've modified this RSI. It's not showing us overbought or oversold. It's showing us the buying patterns, the buying trends, which seem pretty strong. The stochastic here is showing and indicating that it is potentially overbought, but it isn't dipping or hasn't dipped into this area down here for quite a while. So that's a pretty positive sign, backed up by the modified RSI. So really interesting to see how this thing plays out. I'm really confident on Zilliqa, and I might have to, depending on what candles print in the next couple of days, extend my position, Chris. I'm not sure if you agree with me on that, but I am feeling that an extension on the position is going to be good going into 2021.
Yeah, no, I agree, Nick. Yeah, I'll probably end up going in the market. You know me, but not when it's a green day and it's pumping like 40%. I'm gonna wait for a retrace.
Absolutely, I'd expect a retrace to happen. I want to see what happens with the next couple of days, where these candles lie, what they're going to tell us in terms of retracements or pumping, etc. Looking at the other indicators as well, but I do feel that Zilliqa and everything else that's going on with it, I could potentially come back in and maybe add a few thousand more Zilliqa to my bag ahead of 2021. So guys, do watch out for that announcement when we make it on our live streams. And guys, hopefully you found this useful and informative. If you did, go ahead and smash that like button for Chris. He really appreciates it. And if you're new to the channel, do go ahead and subscribe. By subscribing, you will be kept up to date with all the videos and live streams that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. And with all that said, we hope you have a fantastic day, and we'll catch you all in the next one.
Yeah, take care, everyone.